bombs, beats.
Hola! Buenos dias, soy Marina Vanilla. Accommodation. The Spanish translation of accommodation is alojamiento. So what is the meaning of accommodation? Accommodation is refers to a room, building, or lodging which provides shelter to the person who stays. In short, accommodation is living quarters provided into the guest. Thank you.
Hola! Buenos dias! Soy Hannah Hasmin Aguila. So adventure, the Spanish translation of adventure is aventuras. An adventure is an exciting experience that is typically bold, sometimes risky or undertaking. The best example for this is some people traveled for love of adventure. Eso es todo. Gracias!
Hola, soy Juan Alamag. I am a tourism student, and we all know that tourism students want to be a flight attendant. And being a flight attendant, it is a responsibility to know what is the meaning and uses of airplane. Or should I say avion in Spanish? Avion is a flying vehicle. It most commonly used when traveling long distance to take an airplane. Now let me use avion in a sentence. Tenemos diferentes aviones aquí en el Filipinas como en el Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific Airlines. Eso es todo. Adiós. Gracias.
Hola, buen día. I am Crystal Antinor, or in Spanish, soy Crystal Antinor, and for our next term, we have the word airport. Airport is a complex of runways and buildings for landing, takeoff, and maintenance of civil aircraft with facilities for passengers. Now, airport in Spanish is aeropuerto. Again, aeropuerto. Now, if I say that I am at the airport, I should say, yo estoy en el aeropuerto. Gracias.
Hola, mi amigos. I am Janeline Asi, or should I say, yo soy Hernandez Asi en Español. For our next term is amenities. Amenities is something that helps us to provide comfort, convenience, and enjoyment in a hotel. In Spanish, comodidades. Comodidades. Repeat after me. Comodidades. Great! Now let's use it in a sentence. Hay muchos comodidades en el hotel. In English, there are many amenities in the hotel. Gracias and adios!
Hola turistas, soy Jacob, and the term that I'll be discussing is attractions, or in Spanish, atracción for singular and atracciones for plural. Now attractions or tourism attractions are the main point of interest that tourists visit in a tourism destination, may it be man-made or natural, cultural, historical, and many others. Now for example, if you want to say there are many attractions in Spain, you will say it in Spanish as hay muchas atracciones en España. That is all. Muchas gracias.
Buenos dias, mi nombre es Joshua de Venzera Bragas, and the word for today is check-in, o en español podemos decir registrarse, which means arrive and register at a hotel or airport. In Spanish, we say llegar y registrarse en un hotel o aeropuerto. Gracias, tenga un buen día.
Hola, soy Raimundo Cantos Jr. The word concierge in Spanish translation is conserje. So concierge is a hotel employee whose job is to assist guests by arranging tours, making theater, and restaurant reservations. An example for this is, I am concierge to this hotel. In Spanish masculine, we say soy el conserje de este hotel. And for feminine, we say, soy la conserje de este hotel. Gracias!
Hola, buenos dias, soy Jarlath Cardinosa, and our word is cruise. Cruise in Spanish is crucero. A cruise means a voyage in a ship or boat taken for pleasure or vacation. For example, a cruise down the Nile, un crucero or el Nilo. Muchas gracias! Hola, amigos. Me llamo Kelsey y soy tu maestra por hoy. Destination is a place in which someone or something is going or being sent. For example, he enjoys traveling to remote and exotic destinations. In Spanish, le gusta viajar a destinos remotos y exóticos. Okay, let's move on to another Spanish vocabulary. Here you go.
Hola, soy Erica May A. Castillo de BSTM 2201. The word is domestic tourism, which is translated in Spanish turismo doméstico, which means tourism involving residents in one country traveling only within that country, also called staycation. Adjust!
Hola! Mi nombre es Marian Joy Catibog. Next word, we have ecotourism. In the Spanish translation of ecotourism is ecoturismo. And ecotourism can define as responsible travel to natural areas that conserve the environment, sustain well-being of local people, and involves interpretation and education. For example, the popular ecotourism destination in Occidental Mindoro is Apo Reef Natural Park. In the Spanish translation, un destino de ecoturismo popular en Occidental Mindoro es Apo Reef Natural Park. Gracias!
Hola, buenos dias. Soy Irene Corpus. The next word is en route, or in Spanish, en camino, which means along the way or on the way. An example for this is, I stop en route and get some wine. Or in Spanish, me detuve en el camino y tome un poco de vino. Eso es todo. Gracias.
Hola, soy Alexa Rastrillon, your today's tour guide. And the next term is foreign independent traveler. In Spanish word, it is viajero extranjero independiente. Foreign independent traveler refers to an individual tourist or traveler who is not bound by groups or a set schedule. Viajero extranjero independiente se refiere a un turista o viajero individual que no está sujeto a grupos ni a un horario establecido. Once again, foreign independent traveler, viajero extranjero independiente. Adiós y gracias!
Hola! Soy Jaira De Leon Ibathan, one of your tour guide for today's trip. Our next word is front of house. The front of house is where the guests experience the restaurant or a bar. In Spanish, it is translated as frente de casa. If I say, today I'm in the front of house, it is hoy estoy en el frente de casa. Adiós!
Hola, soy Cristel Joy de Cepeda. For the next word, we have holiday. The Spanish translation of holiday is feriado. Again, feriado. It is a masculine noun in Spanish. Holidays are intended to allow individuals to celebrate an event or tradition. The best example for this is pharmacy is open on holidays. If we translate it in Spanish, it is La farmacia abre en los días de feriado. Muchas gracias. Next up, we have Lexter.
Hola, bienvenida al Hotel de Turismo. Soy Lexter Di Maano y soy el recepcionista de su hotel.
Hola, what are the hotel facilities?
The hotel facilities or the comodidades de hotel are the buildings, pieces of equipment, and the services provided for a specific purpose. To answer your question, nuestro comodidades de hotel están piscina, spa, seguridad de 24 horas y muchos más. Muchas gracias.
Hola, I'm Janelle Antimayuga, or should I say yo soy Janelle Antimayuga in Espanol. For the next one, we'll have the word inbound tourism. Basically, inbound tourism means visits to a country by visitors who are not residents of that country. In Spanish, its translation is turismo entrante, and since it's a masculine noun, the inbound tourism is translated as el turismo entrante. For example, if I say the inbound tourism increased in our country, the Spanish translation goes like this: El turismo entrante aumento en nuestro país. Inbound tourism is equivalent to turismo entrante in Spanish. Muchas gracias, adios!
Hola! Buenos dias! Soy Christy Jane Eleda and I am one of your tour guide for today. So first, let us define international tourism. International tourism refers to the tourism that crosses national borders. And let us translate it in Spanish. It will simply become Turismo Internacional. And it is defined in Spanish as El turismo internacional se refiere al turismo que cruza las fronteras nacionales. So let me pass this flag to tour guide Kyla. Adios!
Hola, mi nombre es Kyla Evangelista y Briones. Itinerary. Itinerary in Spanish is itinerario in masculine and itineraria in feminine. Itinerary is a detailed plan for a trip or journey. It is a list of places to visit. My example is I have an itinerary for the trip. In Spanish, masculine, yo tengo un itinerario para el viaje. In feminine, yo tengo una itineraria para el viaje. Adiós!
Hola, I am Mariel Ann Ferranco, or I'm saying in Spanish, soy Mariel Ann Ferranco. And my word for today is journey. When we say journey, it is an act of traveling from one place to another. And when we translated it to Spanish, it is viaje. Again, when we say journey in Spanish, it is viaje. Eso es todo. Gracias!
Hola, buenos días. Soy Alia Pauline Di Guidotti. So, locals, the Spanish translation of local is lugareños. So, the definition of local is a place or a thing belonging to a specific town or area. It is a way to describe basic people from your area. The best example of local is a person who is born and raised in the town. In Spanish, local es una persona nacida y criada en el pueblo. Eso es todo. Gracias.
Hola, soy Khen Hernandez. Mucho gusto. Hi, I'm Khen Hernandez. Nice to meet you. For our next term we have is mass tourism. Mass tourism is a form of tourism that involves tens of thousands of people going to the same place and going to the same time. The Spanish word for mass tourism is turismo de masas. Again, turismo de masas. If you're going to use this in a sentence, it would sound like this. El turismo de masas ha dado lugar al turismo aventura, al ecoturismo y al turismo de interés especiales. Or in English, mass tourism has given way to adventure tourism, ecotourism, and special interest tourism. Again, our word is turismo de masas. That is all. Gracias and adios.
Hola, buenos días, soy Gian de Ibon. The Spanish translation of necessities is necesidades. Necessities is an imperative requirement or need for something. The basic necessities of tourism is a map. A map in Spanish translation is un mapa. Muchas gracias!
Hola, yo soy Gino Brian Lagare, and for our next term, we'll have the word outbound tourism, where it means visits by residents of member state outside that member state. In Spain, turismo emisor. But since it's masculine noun, it must be taken as el turismo emisor. If I say I'm a tourist committed to outbound tourism, yo tengo un turista comprometido con el turismo emisor. Now repeat after me. El turismo emisor. Great!
Hola, buenos días. Soy Mac Vincent Arla Rosa. The next word is passenger. So what is the meaning of passenger? A person who is traveling in automobile, bus, train, airplane, or other convenience. Especially one who is not the driver, pilot, or the like. In Spanish, feminine is pasajera, In the masculine is pasajero. Gracias!
Hola, buenos días. Soy April Alinato. Passport or pasaporte in Spanish is an official document issued by a government certifying the holder's identity and citizenship, entitling them to travel under its protection to and from foreign countries. To use passport in a sentence is a Filipino citizen with a valid passport still need a visa to visit the US. In Spanish, un ciudadano filipino con un pasaporte válido todavía necesita una para visitar los Estados Unidos. Gracias.
Hola, Benevida! Yo soy Erica Altea Ardimanag and I am here to share to you a Spanish word. So for our word, we have peak season, or in Spanish, it is la temporada alta. So peak season means this is a time where the tourists visit most. And when we use it in a sentence in English, for example, my family loves to accommodate tourists during peak season. And in Spanish, it will be a mi familia le gusta alojar turistas durante la temporada alta. That's it. Adiós. Nos vemos de nuevo. Gracias.
Hola, soy Christine Julie Grace M. Lopez. Our word for today is recreation, translating to Spanish, recreación. Recreation is an activity of leisure, leisure being discretionary time. Recreational activities are often done for enjoyment, amusement, or pleasure and are considered to be fun. When using a sentence, recreational trips for family and friends are abundant. Translating to Spanish, los viajes recreativos para familiares y amigos son abundantes. Examples of these are hiking, camping, and so much more. Que tenga en bendiga. Gracias!
Hola, I am Gina Lumanglas, or should I say in Spanish, mi nombre es Gina Lumanglas. I am your tour guide for this travel. I will teach you the Spanish translation of resort. Resort is a popular destination for vacations and recreation. Resort, in Spanish, recurso. Again, resort, in Spanish, recurso. That's it. Gracias.
Hola, yo soy Kelly Joy Makatangay Kalahati, one of your tour guide for today. So scenery. Scenery in Spanish is paisaje. It is a word for how a place looks like. If you are in a place with mountains, beautiful trees, gorgeous skies, then you are witnessing a beautiful scenery. Well, if you want to say, I witnessed a beautiful scenery in Spanish, you say, soy testigo un hermoso paisaje. I repeat, soy testigo de un hermoso paisaje. Eso es todo. Gracias por escuchar. Adiós.
Hola, I am Gina Lumanglas, or should I say in Spanish, mi nombre es Gina Lumanglas. I am your tour guide for this travel. I will teach you the Spanish translation of resort. Resort is a popular destination for vacations and recreation. Resort, in Spanish, recurso. Again, resort, in Spanish, recurso. That's it. Gracias.
Hola, me llamo Mirabel Janine Manalo, and our next word is surroundings. So surroundings in Spanish is alrededores. Alrededores basically means just the place and its physical features like trees, buildings, cars, and many more. So we can use the alrededores in Spanish when we are appreciating the surroundings, like deja agradecer nuestro alrededores. Adiós!
Hola, I am Gina Lumanglas, or should I say in Spanish, mi nombre es Gina Lumanglas. I am your tour guide for this travel. I will teach you the Spanish translation of resort. Resort is a popular destination for vacations and recreation. Resort, in Spanish, recurso. Again, resort, in Spanish, recurso. That's it. Gracias.
Hola, buenos días. Soy Leia Piacerin Marquez. The next word is sustainable tourism. In Spanish, el turismo sostenible. I repeat, el turismo sostenible, which means tourism that takes full account the current and future economic, social, environmental impact. Eso es todo. Gracias.
Hola, my name is Angela Man Medrano and I am one of your tour guide. In Spanish, mi nombre es Angela Man Medrano y soy una de sus guías turísticas. So for our word take off, which means leaving off the ground, sleeping, or in beginning in a flight of an airplane. The word take off in Spanish is despegar. Again, despegar. Since it's a masculine word, it is pronounced as el despegue. El despegue. When saying in a sentence, the plane will take off in a minute. In Spanish, el avión despegará en 1 minuto. Adiós. Muchas gracias.
Hola, buenos días. Soy Maryjoy Antinido, and tourist. Before we proceed to our next destination, you must first secure all your tickets. And speaking of tickets, did you know that the Spanish term of ticket is billete? Which means a piece of paper or small card that gives the holder a certain right, especially to enter a place, travel by public transport, or participate in an event. It is also a certificate or a token showing that the fare or admission fee has been paid. Gracias! Adios!
Hola! Buenos dias! Soy Shane Yvonne C. Patulay. Our next word is tour. In Spanish, we say excursión. Excursión. For example, in a sentence, we went on a tour. Nosotros se fue en excursión. Gracias! On to our next word.
Hola, I am Georgina Angela Perez, or I must say, yo soy Georgina Angela Perez in Espanol. For our next word, we have the word tour guide. Basically, the word tour guide is an individual who's employed to show tourists around places of interest. In Spanish, guía turístico. Let me repeat it. Guía turístico. But since it's already a masculine noun, the feminine noun for tour guide is guía turística. So when I say Ann is a tour guide, a Spanish translation goes like this. Ann es una guía turística. Eso es todo. Muchas gracias!
Hola! Mi nombre es Kayla Marie Maranan Perez. So for tourism site, its Spanish term is sitio de turismo. The meaning of that word is a place of interest where tourists visit, typically for its inherent or exhibited natural or cultural value, historical significance, natural or built beauty, offering leisure or amusement. For example, Boracay is a famous tourism site in the Philippines. The Spanish translation for that sentence is Boracay es un sitio turístico famoso en las Filipinas. ¿Entendido? Gracias!
Hola! Soy Carmela Angelo Reyes and I'm one of your tour guide for today. Let us know another English word which will be translated to Spanish. This word is tourist, or in Spanish, it is turista. A tourist is a person who is supposed to leave his or her hometown for a short period of time with the purpose of seeking new experience. Let's use it in a sentence. One example is, it is a monumental city with multiple options to the tourist. Or in Spanish, es una ciudad monumental con numerosas opciones para el turista. Muchas gracias. Adiós.
Hola! Soy Kayla Salas, your tourist guide for today, and let us proceed to our next word, tourist satisfaction. In Spanish, satisfaction del turista. Tourist satisfaction depends directly on the level of the result or the performance of the service. La satisfacción del turista depende directamente del nivel de resultado o prestación del servicio. Adiós y gracias.
Hola, buenos días. Soy Andrea Cañete Zulu. So vacation, in Spanish translation of vacation is vacaciones. So what is the meaning of vacation? Vacation is a leave or absence from a regular job or specific trip. Usually, the purpose of this is tourism or recreation. The best example of this is we went on a little vacation. In Spanish, feminine, we say nosotras fuimos de vacaciones. In masculine, nosotros fuimos de vacaciones. ¿Está bien entiendo? Gracias.
Hola, my name is Angelica Tejada, or I must say mi nombre es Angelica Tejada en español.
For our next term, we have the word visa, which is a document or frequently a stamp and a passport authorizing the bearer to enter, live, or stay in a country for specific purposes and for a specific length of time. Visa in Spanish is visado. Again, visado. The visa is a masculine noun, so that would translate to el visado. Now, if I say that I have to renew my tourist visa, the Spanish translation would be yo tengo que renovar mi visado de turista. And that is all. Gracias.
Hola, mi nombre es Pauline Vilches. So we have here the word travel industry. In Spanish, industria de viajes. It is concerned with providing services that are related to travel from one location to another. This also includes services that are directly related to travel itself, such as transportations. For example, se espera que la industria de viajes agregue retrasos considerables. In English, travel industry is expected to add considerable delays. Travel industry, industria de viajes. Gracias!